Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube. What's going on, people? This is Inflewence, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm gonna make some background music. I've been incorporating background music into my videos for a little bit, and just checking some things. Yeah, so I'm gonna be making some background music with the MPC. I know some people have been wanting to see more about the MPC for some time. Those that know me know that I am, I'm into music, and I have an independent label, and I produce and I write and I do a whole bunch of stuff with music. So since I got the equipment, I might as well make my own background music instead of using somebody else's. So let's get right into it. It's not going to be anything magnificent. I'm going to just do something simple, plain, and maybe I use it, maybe I won't. I don't know. But first I gotta find some drums. So let me look. I have all my and you see what that says. I have all my kits and stuff. Like there's different kits I downloaded. There's kits that people made, a lot of kits that people made where they have artist name on them, but they're not really their kit, or they're samples from their drums. Like I have some Dre drums, and just samples of drums that they actually, the type of drums they use. So I'm gonna go to Dre 2 just because. Load up those drums now. So I don't know where the actual drums are. Usually I just mess around a little bit just to see what they sound like. Might change up the kit. There's more. See, when I automatically assign them to pads, they might go anywhere. They go into there's actually 8 banks, pad banks. So you can change it on here or on the screen. As you can see, I usually do a lot of stuff on the screen. That's the reason you got the MPC software, because it's so easy. Or you can even drag and drop. Like say I go to A, and you see how there's no drums here. I could go over here, take one of these drums, drag them to whatever pad I want, and now I have that drum. But I don't want that drum, so let me go back to B. Usually I just mess around. I just usually use the same type of pattern just to see. I like the hi-hat. Like this cymbal. Nah. Let me go to C. Let me see what's in C. All right, so I kind of like that drum. I'm just gonna see what it does. I'm gonna turn the beats per minute down to, let me see, 81, I guess. So start recording and see what happens. Now I don't have anything in my head. I just like that pattern. So let me go to the, let me see. So now I'm just trying to figure it out. Like I usually like doing the drums together, but you know, I'm just trying to see what sounds good, what may work, what may not work. I can always move these drums to different places. I like playing them live. If I can't get them exactly how I want them, I do move them sometimes. Like with the software, it's so easy. You just take the mouse and you can just go to here, and now I done added another drum. See, I put one here. Let me see. See, so you can do a bunch of stuff, but I'm gonna undo all that because I don't like none of that. See what's on these other. So I don't really like this program. I don't think it's serving what I want. So I'm gonna go to a different program and see what type of drums are in here. Now with this software, you can automatically, like, I don't have to change anything. I just go, it'll just erase all the programs that you have. You know, all the program that's already there lets you move your track or do something to change it. Oh, wait. Some of these are showing that they got drums, but they don't. All right, this sounds promising. I don't know. All right, so I kind of like that. Now I'm gonna find a snare to use. I'm gonna move the track to, just so I don't lose those drums. Usually save. Sometimes I save, sometimes I don't, sometimes I forget. Sometimes, let me see. Usually I might have a name that I already like, and I did. Background YouTube 2, just so I can know, separate it. So that's just like a basic. So that's just like a basic beat. So now, let me find. I kind of like that. So I'm just, since this is just a basic bare bones beat, I'm just going to throw that down. All right, so that's basically, I got the bare minimum. Like, it's just a bare beat. And usually what I do when I get a bare beat like this, then I take it over to a song so I can lengthen it if I'm gonna use the same drums, or if I'm depending. This might be the hook, might be the regular, you know, the verse, bridge. I don't know. So I may switch it up. I may want to switch the drums up. I'm not sure. But then you just take it to the song and insert a step. So I just insert that, and yeah, so that's what that is. And it has one repeat which is only 2 bars. So let me see. I want to lengthen this to 4 or 8 bars. So I do 4 repeats, which is 8 bars, and it automatically lengthens it to 8 bars. Then you can convert it to a sequence. So when you convert it to a sequence, let me stop that. So you can convert it to a sequence, and I'm gonna put it on sequence 2, just for this demonstration. Usually I would put on another sequence just because I got stuff on that sequence, but I'm not gonna keep that. I mean, I might keep it, but it's not gonna be what it is. So now I'm on sequence 2. Let me see, track 2. No, sequence 1. So let me go to sequence 2. So now this is the 8 bars. So now I have 8 bars. So you see that? So now let me move this over a little, because now I'm going to, let me do on a track 3 so I don't lose none of that. Can save by the way too, so I'll Control S this. Just save it real quick. So now on track 3, I'm going to change the drums to the plugins. Now there's a series of plugins in the MPC. There's some that I downloaded, some that I bought, some that I had already that it's utilizing. You can use a bunch of plugins, but I'm just going to use the expansions right now. Hybrid has a lot of sounds in it. So then I use this, which is the MPK, which is by ecoEfficiency too. But it's a pretty good machine. It has the pads. If you want the pads, like if you want to use pads, I just use those pads. You can use both for everything, but it just feels better for me when I'm using this to play. And sometimes, you see, this isn't perfect. You see, now it came back. It goes out for a couple seconds when you first start it up. I don't have any idea or any clue why, which would probably be a downfall, but then you can hit this E over here and you can see everything. Now with these plugins in the Hybrid 3, you can control everything you want to control. It doesn't matter what it is. Like you can once you select what you want, like here you have a bunch of stuff. Like all this are sounds, instruments, like you got hard leads, soft leads, percussive keyboards. Like let me see, Rezo piano. Let me see what that. And then you can go up or down an octave. See how it's a little deeper. Turn this up a little bit so I can hear. I can actually turn. If I mix it, is. You can, when you're playing this, you can get expressive because you can see how you can move this, turn the octaves. You can move that. You can go up or down octaves. So basically this can cover the full piano, but you just have these set of keys to work with. So you just got to do it in sections depending. Now, if you need a full keyboard, like where you're playing an actual like full song, it's a little difficult. I do have keyboards, but I don't use them that much because I don't really play keyboard. I know some keys. I know some, like I know chords. I know different things, but I don't really play the full keyboard if I don't have to. Most of the time, I don't. So then, let me see, bass is famous bass. I don't know what this is. All right. may sound like it's overpowering, and it is kind of, but you can also turn the volume down here. But usually I don't worry about that until I get it into the mix. Like, I just want to hear the way it sounds. Then I'll turn it to where it needs to be, or where I feel like it needs to be. I'll do it in the mix instead of the volume here. But you can do it here if if it's like truly crazy overpowering and you need to figure it, you can't even figure out like where you're at. So see, and I just found something that might be a future beat. Like if I do a so none of this is recorded. I haven't recorded yet, but I'm just playing around just to see what sounds like, and I'm actually hearing stuff that I may need to use in the future. Like I kind of like this harp, not for this beat, because right now it's just samples. This is just samples, but I kind of like that. Need some different drums to me. But that's what I mean. You just gotta play with stuff. You just gotta mess with things. Yeah, like this is insane. Yeah, I don't even know what it is. From outer space. It sure is. So I'm just trying to find something. Let me see, soft pads. So let me see what I don't know. I was playing around, but I'm gonna see what that sounds like. All right, so I kind of messed up a couple times, but I'm gonna see what that sounds like. And sometimes I go here, I try to I go to the mixer. Wrong one. Pad mixer. So you can see the tracks. Like you can mix right in here. And here's the drums right here. That's why it's good sometimes to not do the drums together, but I usually, if they sound good together, I like to do them together. But then here's this. So you can actually turn it up. Or I think it probably needs a little bit of down. All right, so I don't really like that. I messed up a couple times. So I'm gonna undo it, and then, oh wait, I gotta undo. I meant to undo. See, that's one thing, this undo. You can be gone. I don't know where to undo, with the undo. There we go. Yeah. And that's kind of good that the undo is like everything. Like whatever you do, you switch screens, you go to something else, like it's undoing that. So you may have to, depending on where you were. Like you see, I went to like 2 different screens and I was playing stuff and played it back a couple times. So undo it goes to the next thing, like the last thing you did. And see, I don't know if you can see these pads lighting up. So you can actually, you can play them on the pads if you want to. But I like the vibe. I like the vibe. Yeah, I don't like that. I double tap stop and then stop everything. That cymbal is kind of loud to me. So I'm good with that. Save it. Go back to the pads. And here's a beat. And then you can, this is like I said, this is 8 bars of a beat. Like say you would do a beat that's 60 bars or 56 bars or 48 bars or whatever. I don't know. These days it's like minute-and-a-half songs. So you keeping up with the times, or you going old school where you going 16/8, 16/8, 2 verses or 3 verses even. I don't know too many people doing 3 verses still, or if you're doing R&B song, however you're doing with the bridge, don't limit yourself. That's all I say. When you're making music, don't limit yourself. So let me see where we at. So now I'm going to take this and turn it into a song so I can just have it out, because I just want to use it as background music anyway. I'll probably use this as background music. I don't know what for, but it will be for something. So then take it to the song again and get rid of this. I forget how to get rid of this. Clear. Yeah, there we go. So then I insert a step, and the step will be sequence 2. And let me play it. So that's our beat. So it's 8 bars. I'll just repeat it a bunch of times. See how many bars that is? Oh, that's 64. So, because I can always loop it in the software. It's not a whole bunch to deal with, so it doesn't matter. I'll just export it as a audio mixdown file. Let me listen to it one more time. Yeah, I did turn down. I want to make sure I turn down that cymbal because it was kind of loud. Cymbals are loud and they can fatigue people's ears. Audio mixed down. Yeah, so when you got to think about all that when you're producing. People's ears get fatigued by certain instruments or certain frequencies, and cymbals being too loud, like you can fatigue. I mean, these days they just raise up everything. Like everything is over compressed. Don't get me started. I don't want to sound like the old dude, like he was back in the day, but that's what it is sometimes. Let me see. So I'm gonna save it. You can pick. This software is great. I know people. I mean, I know people like other software, and they're probably, I don't know, other software might be better. Let me save it in YouTube, just so I know where it's at. But I mean, what you gonna do? And here's the song. It's exporting. You can actually see it exporting. Actually gives you a visual, but it's great. This software is wonderful. As your basics on how to build a beat, and you just take it from there. Like, let me go back to the main screen. So I exported that. I got that out of the way, but you can take it from here. Like, then you can go on to another track, say track 4, or another sequence. That's even better. So you go on to sequence 3. So this sequence right here could be your intro. This could be your main song. This could be your hook. So when you put it in the song maker, you actually add this first. Then you add this a couple times to make it long enough for the verses. Then you add this for the 8 bars for the hook, or 4, or whatever you're going to do. Then you add some more of this, and you build a beat that way. And then each individual section, you can build how you want it. If you want it to switch up, you want it to stay the same. I mean, if you want it looped, I know a lot of people loop beats nowadays. I mean, they always loop beats, what I'm talking about nowadays. I'm not, and that's no shots, because I think the younger generation is actually making great music. A lot of them, not all of them, but I'm not one of them old heads. It's just like, damn, that music, you know, some of it's full of crap, but I think they're actually propelling some of the music, and some of the older cats that are still in it are doing it at a high level. So I'm not taking shots at anybody, any music genre or anything. This is just a basic understanding what's going on with this. So like I was saying, and you can even preview. So let me play. Ain't nothing in this sequence. Oh no, ain't nothing in 3. So this could be like the intro, and you can let it go out twice. And now I'll double click the song, the actual, and then it comes on, and that's how you build the beat. You just build it up like that. And then say you get to a hook part, you want something different, that's something else. But then you want to get to the end, so you want an outro. You go back to what the beginning sounded like, and you can see right here it says next sequence. And that's how it's gonna roll out. So, all right, so thank you for joining me on this video, just showing a quick tutorial. Not even tutorial, because I didn't go I didn't go in detail like I like to do my tutorials. If y'all watch my Transformers videos, you know, I like to go into detail with things. But it's just a little bit to see what goes on as you're making music or making a beat in the MPC software. Now I've used other softwares. I've used other DAWs, other like Fruity Loops I've used, and I don't like it, but I'm nothing against it. I've seen some people do some crazy stuff with Fruity Loops. I think actually a couple of producers that, like big producers, use Fruity Loops. I can't remember which ones right now, at least for a few of their applications, at least for a few of the things that they do. Don't save. I don't need that. All right, so I'm out of here and stop recording. Again, thank you for joining me for this video, and I will get up with you guys in another one.